Hi there, this is Ajit from Masters of Brain. Hope you all are having a great day today. Today we are going to look at the basics of Excel, or we can say that we are going to look at the soul of MS Excel. Let's look at the design layout, some important terminologies, how should one work around the formulas and functions, format data, input charts, and how you can print the data. There are lots in here, but don't worry, I'm going to show you some important tricks and tips that will help you to gain comfort level for the upcoming advanced level tutorials. Below the description I have put the timestamp so that you can hop into the particular part of the video and if you missed that video. So let's go ahead and fire up the Excel application. Once you open the Microsoft Excel application, you will have a similar interface just like the one which you are having right now. I'm using Microsoft Office 2019. If you are using a higher version 365 or you're using Microsoft Office 2010, the layout doesn't look same. Don't freak out. Microsoft versions are closely matched to one another. Once you open the MS Excel, you will find lots of inbuilt template in there. They have been given in the input template by Microsoft to get going with their input application. So if you want to develop an academic calendar or personalize a monthly budget, so these templates are pre-built within the Microsoft Excel application. You can go ahead and you can access them without any charges. So or you can even search into the Microsoft Office library and download any of the templates you are looking for. All you have to search in here the Microsoft template you are looking here, whether it's a business planning tracker, list, charts, or calendar you want to build in. So once you click on the back arrow, you land up somewhere here. So Microsoft Excel will have initially have three sheets: sheet 1, sheet 2, 3, and these are the sheets by default opens up when you open a Microsoft workbook. So application which opens up is called a workbook, and sheet 1, sheet 2, and sheet 3 are called worksheets. Once you open the blank worksheet, it will look similar to this one. And in the top, we have ribbons. So this section is called ribbons here, ribbons, and you will find different tabs over here. There's a home, insert, layout, formulas, datas, and we have three tabs here: sheet 1, sheet 2, and sheet 3. So whole Excel is called a workbook, and these grid lines area is called worksheet. Now look at the geometry here. In the Excel, you will find different grids here. These geometrical lines. So one is called row, the another is called column. The row will have numbers and the column will have alphabets. The intersection of row and column is called cell. Suppose if I have selected the row 6 and if I'm selecting the column F, so the intersection is F6. So this is the intersection. This F6. So this intersection is called cell. So cell eh, is the basic element in Excel where you feed in your data. So with the help of cell, okay, you with the help of mouse, you can hover around the cell and you can select the group of cells selected over here with a left click and hovering around in these cells. It's called range. This is called range, and if I select this is called range, and each of these small grids are called cell. When you move from one cell to another, you can help. If you want to move from one cell to another, you can move with the help of arrows: right, left, up down, right, left. You can move through these arrows and you can identify the particular cell identity in the name box. Over here in this box is called name box. So currently my cursor is in G6. Now if I type up something, it will land up in the G6. So I was in G10. So similarly, I have typed something in the G10, so it's there in the G10. You can write anything in the cell. You can fill in some data and some formulas. So And this section, in the ribbon section, you have different tabs: home, insert, layout, formulas, data, reviews. These tab has different functions. And after this tab, you have got a big ribbon here. The ribbon section is inclusive of home and this section. This is called ribbon. So so if I go to the home tab over here, you see there's a clipboard. This clipboard section, this is subcategorized in this ribbon. So in this clipboard, you can do cut, paste, copy, and move cells. And then after that, you have font section. In this font section, you can increase your bold, you can increase the font size into bold, or you can do it italics, you can underline, you can change the font type to different font types, and even you can underline them. So, and you can even color them these fonts. You can color them these fonts, and uh, you can color the fonts, you can color the cell, you can increase the font, and you can decrease the cells. This can be done in the font section. After that, you have an alignment section. In the alignment section, you can align the different words over there. So you can align the left, right, and center. You can align them easily in the left, right, and center. So after that, you have aligned. After that, you have a number section over here. The number section is used basically for putting a dollar value or a percentage value to a definite to a number, or you can put a decimal and you can change the values of the decimal. In the style section, you have a different formatting, conditional formatting, formatting tables, styles. In the cell section, you have insert, data, and format. Over here in the editing section, you'll have formulas and you can edit them, you can sort them. So in the insert section, similarly in the insert section, you have pivot and different sections, which we'll discuss in details in the upcoming sessions. So let's move around. Some of you might be wondering how many cells do we have in our Excel worksheet over here in my. So typically we have 17,169,869,184 cells in here. That's a hell lot of cells we have here in an Excel worksheet. We can say that we have an endless Excel cells to fill in the data. So the extreme end of the Excel ends at XFD, and extreme below bottom is as a 10 million line items. 10, 4, 8, 5, 7, 6. The end of the Excel columns, rows. Trust me, guys, you won't have that much data in an Excel worksheet, and Excel worksheet won't work if you are having that amount of data in an Excel. So let's fill in some of the data and discuss in details. So in the interest of time, I filled in the data over here in the sheet one. In the sheet one, if you look into this sheet, you will find serial number, office location, order, date, and amount been filled in. And these are the different office locations, and we have different cities. Let's make them cities. Let's make them goods. Let's make them goods. Bags. So you can fill in the data. So once you hit enter, the cursor moves from the top to bottom. So once you hit fill in something, and if you hit, it will move to the next cell. Next preceding cell, it will always move down. It will not go up. Fill in the data if you hit and enter. For instance, these are the imaginary data we have got over here. So this is the different office locations, say, and this is the name and place, goods or place. This is the amounts we have got in here, and this is the different amount we have got in here. We have two different amounts, and this is, say, we can name it as a quantity, and we can name it as an amount. So this is the data which we have got here. So if you want to, so if you see here, this is the grid lines. The difference between these grid lines and these grid lines, when you print this data, if you want to print this data to to a hard copy, if you print it, these grid lines will never show up in a plain paper. But to get this grid line, you have to select in the font section. You have to find and give the all borders, and you have to give all borders. You can do it through this in this way, or you can select this and press. So this is shortcut to to get this cell lined up. This way you can fill in. We will discuss all these shortcuts key of Microsoft Excel in upcoming training sessions. So don't worry about that. So if you see this header, this is the header. You can make it bold, you can make it italics, you can even do it underline. You can color them. You can fill in the font color. You can change the font color. You can increase them. You can decrease them. You can change the font over here to I like this, or to this, to this. By default, when a Microsoft Excel work application was, you see it would be in Calibri font and the font size would be 11. You can decrease the screen size here, or you can increase the screen size here. That you can do it from here in the screen sections over here. Say you have so many data. Now if I scroll down slowly with an arrow, you see these headers are been hiding. So if you want to see this header at all time, you have to place a freeze pane. So to do a freeze pane, you have to do view, you have to go to the view freeze pane. So once you click on the freeze pane, this data is will be frozen. I mean the header will be frozen, and the data you can fill in. You can see the header, and you can fill in the data till the columns, till the rows, or till the cells you want to fill in. In the header, you can insert. You have to select a column. If you want to insert a new column over here, you have to select and you can insert. There will be a blank column here. If you want to, if you have wrong, if you don't want this column, you can simply go to over here and you can undo that, or you can do a control Z to undo that, or you can redo that with this. So this is how you can insert a column, and this is how you can, this is a similar way you can insert a row here. The similar way you can insert a row. Now if you want to merge these two cells, if I want to merge, so this is the cell G4, and I want to merge H6. All I have to do, I have to select these two cells and hit merger. Now this cell has become G4. You can see here. If I write something here, it will be G4. Also, you can wrap text from here. If the name is very big, you can easily wrap it. Say, so you have this thing. So if you click it, it would be wrapped inside the cell. I mean, the words will not go outside of the cell. This is called wrap text. You can insert any symbol. You can over here, if you want to give it, okay, this is the quantity. Okay, if I want, this was the amount, I want to insert some dollar value. So all I have to do is to click on the dollar. Oh, okay, I want to remove this decimals. So you can select this one, and you can reduce you can remove these decimals. I have removed these decimals. If you want to print this data, you have to go to file and print over here. You can select the printer and you can print it, or you can simply do a control P and you can print. If you see, once I have clicked the control P, You see, there is this line, dotted line, which has come over here, which was not there previously after column H. That means any data in the cell is not going to get printed with the this sheet. I mean, this sheet you are going to print, and this will be page 1 of your sheet. Okay, the page 1 ends in the row 49 and in the column I. This dotted line will indicates that this is the area it will get you the page 1. Now on the formula. This fx section is very important. If you write anything, if you want to write anything, either you can write it over here from this cell, from this box, or you can simply type in here with F2, or directly type in here. This section, in this fx section, this gives you the formula. Formula is very important in Excel. Suppose you want to add these two cells, you can do it automatically with the help of, I mean, Excel has inbuilt calculator capabilities in Excel. You all you have to do this plus this, so you get this. So 8 million plus 3 million will give you 12 million. So this is how it is. I mean, you can calculate n number of formulas in Excel. You have close to, I think, 400 plus formulas, 475 formulas and functions. If I remember correctly, 475 formulas and function built in within Excel. You can join these formulas. You can drive some different formulas. You can make them one formulas. So that's the magic of formulas. Now, if you want to total here, we have discussed something. So all you have to go here if you want to total these two. So you cannot add them manually. So all you have to do it, go here. See, this is called formula. If you hit and enter, it will sum the total value. It will add the total value of the cells over here. Now the quantity. Over here, if you want to count, you can write down the count formula. I will discuss the details about the different 475 formulas one by one each in the upcoming sessions. We'll discuss everything. We will not leave a single stone unturned. We will learn everything. All of the Excel forms and functions and formulas. Now let's move on. Now if you see here in this data, if I want to put a chart, I can easily do it with the help of insert pivot. In this section, it will give you a pivot. So I mean, it will, let's insert a pivot over here. Okay, and a new sheet. Okay, this command requires at least one row and one source data. Okay, or you can do this way: insert pivot table, and you can select this data over here. Where's the data? Okay, suppose I want to select the amounts. Yeah, so you can select your, and also office location, or you can select the quantity also. So if I select the quantity over here and move that, so in Chicago you have the total quantity in this way, or you can take the quantity to the filter sections and you can bring this goods and places over here. You can select here from the drop down, and you can find this is called pivot. So you can put a pivot and you can analyze the data. This is one of the very important and powerful functions of Microsoft Excel. You can change the value of the corresponding cells. You can change any, from this data. You can change anything, and if you want to add this to, I mean, if you want to add this column B and column C, you need to simply this plus this. You can write it. This is an error. So if you write this equal to this and this, here you, now I'll write the same thing, this and this gave me this. See, a hell lot of formulas, but I have typed this and this. Now this cell cell D2 plus the DE2 is 16 million. So that's the difference. So you can play around with different Excel formulas, and you can change them. You can add these two formulas, and you can do number of stuffs with the formulas. We will check each and every formula in the upcoming sessions, and the training will be little bit high, go advanced. You can even do a lookup. You can even use a VLOOKUP function and look up different values from one sheet to another. To VLOOKUP, you can do a VLOOKUP. All of these formulas are completely based out in FX. Once you click the FX, the formula arguments is on your screen. It will give you the lookup value, which table to look, which column to look, what is the range. So this is how you can track everything. So all you have to do put an equal to symbol before writing any formula. You just need to put an equation. The equation is equal to, and if you hit fx, you will get n number of formulas over here. This is most recent one. If I click all, so this is the list. This is apps. This is the different formulas you have got. A till Z. All arithmetic calculations, all scientific calculations, almost all of the scientific calculation can be done with the help of Excel. And without Excel, we will land up in pen and paper again. The main intention of this video lesson is to give you a basic thought how things work around in an Excel to a person who is very new to the Excel environment, and he's seeing the Excel for the first time, MS Excel for the first time. If you understand the basic very clearly, it would help you to learn MS Excel formulas. MS Excel has typically 475 functions which are going to discuss in the upcoming sessions. You can add different type of formulas. You can write down VBA codes and you can automate them. You have to give a command and Excel can do it anything. In this very next videos, we are going to discuss about charts and pivots. In case if you are using Excel for the first time, this will give you a general overview about MS Excel. Hope Thank you for joining in. Hope you liked the video. Please like and subscribe my YouTube channel for the upcoming training sessions. Goodbye.